Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are in week number 3 of our video series here at Our Young Creators, all about strategies for a successful summer. Now, over the past 3 weeks, we've shared so many great strategies from not only myself, but also with a number of guest experts. I invite you to go back and enjoy those before they disappear, because they are going to disappear off this page. I just don't know when yet, so just be sure you go back and rewatch those. If we haven't already met yet, my name is Yong, Pratt, and I am the Chief Dreamer, author, and podcaster right here at Our Young Creators. And what we love to do is equip kids with real-world skills like podcasting so that they can go out into the world, serve others, and it could be their parent entrepreneurs, so that they can also learn to create a life of their own choosing and to start funding their adventures in the process. I'm so glad you're tuning in today because we're talking about this idea of the D.A.D principle, D.A.D. And I'm not talking about your dad, your physical dad in your life. I'm talking about something that I've been thinking about a lot, and lots of people have reached out expressing concern about some of these things in the D.A.D method. Have you heard about this D.A.D method? If you know what that is, pop it in the comments below, either live or on the replay. I'd love to know if you're tuning into the same podcasts that I am that are talking about this. Okay, so you have probably heard the acronym of Do, Delegate, Delete, the triple D. This is something that I learned years ago from one of my mentors. And he said, for a day or for a week, write down everything that you're doing in your business. And whenever you're changing tasks or you're doing a different thing, write it down. So at the end of the week, you can go back through and decide what things that you as the business owner, as the visionary, need to do, what things you can delegate to a team member, and what things you can just delete. Because I guarantee that if you're like me, there are probably things on your list that just don't need to be done. They might be fun and enjoyable. However, they're not actually doing anything to help propel your business forward. Am I right? Can you think of at least one thing on your list right now that you could completely delete and you would have zero bearing on anything in your business? I'd love to know below. So this next principle is kind of elevated from that. And this is a principle which goes into things that we need to delegate, which is the D, things that we need to automate, which is the A, and then the last D is, again, delete. This was on a podcast that I listened to by James Wedmore, and if you've been tuning in this week, I've been talking a lot about his podcasts and really digging into some mindset things as far as moving the business forward, learning about law of attraction, and putting into place some systems and strategies that really can start making the biggest difference in my business. And so this whole podcast yesterday was talking about this idea of what is your zone of genius? What are the things that you do really well? What are the things that you just love doing that light you up and you're really great at? I would love to know I'd love to know in the comments. Tell me something that you think is in your zone of genius. Something that may come easily to you, that you love doing, and that can also move your business forward. Let me know. I'm curious about that. I'll share mine here too. So for me, I had to really take a step back because there's a lot of things that I really like to do in my business. However, when I go back and make this list for myself again, I find that it's really easy to fall into old patterns. And for me, as someone who really enjoys tech comes easily to me. I love digging into software and making it work and doing all those things. However, I would have to say I'm not great at those. I'm good. I'm not great. And if I really step back and start to ask myself, what things am I great at? Here's kind of what I came up with. Here's my list. So the first thing that is in my zone of genius is strategy. When I chat with other business owners and our one-on-one clients, when they start sharing what they're doing in their businesses, I can immediately start seeing ways in which we can improve the reach of their message, how we can start making things easier for them. Those things just sort of appear like magic. It's something that I've always been able to do that I never really thought about until recently. But I just love this idea of strategy and making this game plan and hashing out the details, especially with one-on-one clients, because that's when the magic really starts to begin. They start understanding what their zone of genius is and where they might need us to kind of support them in the process so that they can start making a bigger impact in the world. The other thing I love to do, and this is kind of a newfound skill, it's not one that I was born with, it's actually one that I resisted for so many years, and that is live video. If you would have asked me even 5 years ago if I thought that I would be coming here on Facebook or on any social platform live to bare my soul, share what I know, and really start to help people think about things in a new way, I would have said absolutely not. I was the person who was even afraid to stand up at the beginning of my own big concerts to introduce our shows. I would have somebody else MC for me because public speaking was a really big fear. Which for some people, they find that hard to believe because I'm a person who's had the privilege of being on stages as a performer in front of thousands and thousands of people. However, I'm moving my body. I don't have to say anything up there. So I really had to sort of lean into that fear to be able to get myself to do what I do today. But now, coming full circle, I have to say that one of the greatest joys I have in my everyday is being able to come here and serve you and share little tidbits and tricks and strategies that have really made a difference in my life as a mom and in my life as an entrepreneur. So for me, those are things that are within my zone of genius. And yes, while I'm good at tech, I know that I need to start delegating that. And maybe you're in that space too, where you need to start delegating things because it's feeling very heavy. There's so much going on, especially as we approach summer. We have a day and a half left of our school year, and the kids are out for summer, and I have some big plans for them, and I think they know a little bit about what's coming, but this summer is all about me empowering them, equipping them, and delegating some of the things that I'm doing now that I do enjoy doing. However, they're not in my zone of genius. For example, I love to dive into platforms like Canva where I can create images. However, if I compare what I can do to what my 11-year-old Daphne can do, it is second nature for her just to go in there, and in less time than I would take to create something, she can move things, add this, do this, and it's done. So I know that I just need to let go of that control, equip her with the proper skills and systems so that she can start doing more of that for me. She already does a lot of that for our one-on-one clients. She creates all sorts of beautiful graphics for them to share on social media as well as on their websites. So delegate. Maybe you need to delegate some of your tech like I do. Maybe you also love it, but you know that it's not really where you need to be able to move your business to that next level. And I'm discovering more and more of that every day, because as now when I go back and dive into things like building landing pages or building websites, yes, I still enjoy them. I don't enjoy them as much as I used to do, because I know in the back of my mind, there's that little voice saying, what are you doing? You need to get this off your plate and let somebody else who it's their zone of genius to do these things, right? Is there anything in your life or in your business that you can delegate today or even maybe by next week? Let me know in the comments below what something is in your life that you could delegate. And if you know you can delegate it, the next question is, why aren't you already doing it? And I know that's a tough question, right? I ask myself those same things all the time. And then the final D in this D.A.D principle is delete. And again, I'm betting that there is something that you're doing in your business or in your life that if you deleted them, you wouldn't miss them. It wouldn't have any impact whatsoever on what you're doing for your family or for your business. So there you have it, my friends, the D.A.D method, or the D.A.D principle: delegating, automating, and deleting. Now, I wanted to let you know about a couple of things. One is, if you need to delegate some of these tasks, like doing things for your podcast or creating a podcast, maybe it's on your wish list and you want to get it done, you can delegate that to us. We've now trained lots of families and kids on how to do this, and we would love to be able to match you up with a kid that has gone through our process and our systems and now is capable of helping you as well. We would love to take some things off of your plate. And the second thing I want to remind you of is Ninja School, because the A in the D.A.D method is automating. And I would say this is also part of the zone of my genius, where I can see how businesses can easily add software and tools and systems so that they can stop doing a lot of the manual things they're doing now. And in Ninja School, in just 5 short days, we are going to help you start to automate the things you're already doing. Maybe you have created a ton of Facebook Live videos and you're thinking about doing a podcast, however, you're not sure what the next steps are. Or maybe you have created a ton of video content and they're living over on YouTube. What if we could help you take your existing content and your new content and walk you step by step through the systems and the tools that we use to now automate to 60 plus platforms? How would that change your business? How would that change your summer? What if you could take a few days and a little bit of time, and a little bit of effort with our help to start implementing a system where you can automate so many things in your life? Because I think that's often overlooked by business owners, and especially women who are in business, because we feel compelled to do things ourselves and sometimes be the martyr and just do things the hard way. I'm standing here telling you that this automation bit literally changed everything in my business, especially the things that I can now delete off of my list because I have automated them. If you're wanting to have this level of automation in your business so you can spend your summer with your family and your friends, hanging out and not worrying about how to manually make all this stuff happen in your business, we would love to help. You can head over to bit.ly/OYC Ninja to get all of the details. Okay, my friends, I hope you take today's strategy and implement it into your life and into your business. And if there's any way that we can serve you by having you delegate things to our team, or if you're wanting to learn how to automate a lot of these things in your business, please head over, check out our Ninja School, and I would love to see you inside there. Okay, my friends, I am off to go pick up my kiddos and enjoy a fun afternoon with them. I wish you an amazing rest of your day, and I'll be right back here again tomorrow. Cheers.